Flag football in Provo is second to none. The catalyst of elementary school trash talking and bragging rights amongst the boys who play this game. A tug of war. These warriors were 60 pounds of corn-fed muscle and 107% pure heart. Boys of steel. The power of the Wasatch. The battles were uphill, the gridiron like a war zone. Like David and Goliath of ancient times, these little Steelers punched the modern Philistines in the mouth. These are the 2017 Provo Steelers. Alex. Don't let his perfect smile fool you. The biggest of the Steelers dominated both the offensive and defensive lines as if he were an army of Bertassos. All the while grinning ear to ear. A joy for us, but a terror for them. Alex earned most valuable defensive lineman. Braden made the impossible possible. He never towered over his opponent, but he didn't need to. He killed with speed like a black mamba. He shed off all blockers and finishing the play, tackling for a loss. Braden earned most valuable cornerback. Britton, El Guapo, El Conquistador. He had the courage to take punishment dished on him. Britton, the toughest Steeler on the field. He caught everything thrown his way. Britton earned most valuable tight end. David played the X's and O's of the opposition to the advantage of his imagination by intercepting quarterbacks amongst the carnage of defensive backfield. He played safety like Shakespeare wrote poetry, smooth like butter, and with authority. David earned most valuable safety. Eli never asked what the Steelers could do for him, only what he could do for the Steelers. Eli ran the offense. 280 perfect snaps this season. Nothing ever begins without this young crusader. The boss of sauce, the king of war. Eli runs the line. He blocks without glory. The most selfless player on and off the field. Eli earned most valuable offensive player. Jack, the quarterback. He had unlimited options at the snap of the ball. He ran like he had a time bomb that was about to explode. His devious paths often brought frustration to the opposing teams. There is no safety in the open field for the quarterback. Jack won battles with his arm, legs, and played with the heart of a champion. If he could walk, he played. If he could run, he flew. Jack earned most valuable quarterback honors. Jackson was a carnival of color, sound, and action. The fiercest of the bunch, he never quit on a play, oftentimes limping in between whistles. One boy rising above the scrim, obscure, no glory pass rush. He clawed through the line to devour quarterbacks. Jackson earned most valuable linebacker. Joe was a force to reckon with. With a gorgeous head of hair, it was almost like he moved in glorious slow motion. Every team needs a Joe. He was elusive, he was bold, and he led with speed. Joe earned most valuable defensive lineman. Luke, Reflecting the work ethic of a blue-collar steel worker, he found the end zone early and often. Luke kept his head down, grinding out the workload, never complaining, making play after play. His game was wide open, his mouth shut, letting his legs and hands do the talking. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can juke Luke. Luke earned Most Valuable Wide Receiver. Mark. By clever faking, he fooled the defense, clearing a path for rainbows of spiral pigskins to the opposition's end zone. Mark, a wizard at finding no man's land with clear eyes and a full heart. Mark earned Most Valuable Slot Receiver. Pops, the giant among us. Peter's role was self-evident from day one, which was to rally the troops like the terrible towel of the 70s. Peter has moves like Jagger. He gathered the troops, leading them in prayer and dance. He was the king of QB rushes, QB hurries, and disruption most backfields never saw coming. Peter earned our Most Improved Player honors. The Steelers never allowed doubt to enter the huddle or the field of play. Like the hero Batman, these little dudes had no special powers, just the desire to dominate. The gridiron like Gotham, these little Steelers brought justice to the game of football. The season has ended, but the legend lives on. We danced, we prayed, we believed.